welcome to Bright Beginnings. We're getting ready for our open house, and I knew that I would be so busy visiting and getting to know our kids a little bit better, and I want to be able to walk you around and show you a bit about our setting. So here we are. This is our entryway. The kids come in this door. They have cubbies here that are labeled with their names. Inside those cubbies, they will put jackets when it's cooler weather. They can bring a stuffy. Now let's keep our stuffies like this big, right? Not too large, because they end up being all over the room, and it's really a toy that we try to keep in our cubbies all day and not play with. So let's keep our little stuffies for nap time small if they want to bring one. This is our science area. You can see all of the science materials here. To be completely honest, in order to get the children to engage with these materials, usually I have to move them off onto a mat or a little rug or something, and because there's so much here, it's overwhelming. You can see our Wish You Well board, and we'll talk more about that in our blog as soon as school starts, but this is how we do our attendance every day, and we wish children well that aren't here, that are gone. Books here, our learning stories will be down here that we'll be taking home every Friday, and this is something new I have going on here. This is just a little easel, and you can see I've written a letter P on there. Every once in a while, I'm going to put a different letter on there, and we'll hunt for this letter throughout the classroom, talk about things that might begin with that letter just to kind of highlight it. I picked a P for preschool, since that's what everybody is talking about. So if you look over here behind us, this is where I'm beginning to put my favorite books. I had books in baskets all over our room, but I'm putting them here now so that they're a little more accessible and I can take care of them a little better. You can see here is parent resources. If you have questions about child development, there's a lot of social emotional books here. You're welcome to check those out and even take them home. We have our birthday calendar here, and over in this corner we have our parent area. There's lesson plans posted, our credentials are posted, our last licensing visit is posted, our menu, which will also be posted in our Facebook group. As we come in each day, we do take off our shoes, and here's our shoe rack for that. And then you enter our block center. Now I'm going to use a little bit of a cheat sheet because there's so much that goes on here. This is one of the kids' favorite areas in the block center. In the block center, we also utilize literacy and writing as we bring signs and books that are about building and other cultures into this area. The children can demonstrate the ability to order in sequence as they line the blocks up from smaller to larger. You can see here that we have blocks on top of these cubbies that are actually numbered. The kids love to put those blocks together and put them in sequential order. They have to think about what they're going to do in this area. They have to make a plan and execute that plan. They have to begin to work cooperatively with other children in completing a task. Sometimes they even have to compromise, and they have to work out a resolution if they don't agree on what's happening in this block area. This is a very, very busy area. There's so much creativity and imagination that goes on here. One of my favorite things I see them do, when we were little kids, we would take dominoes and line them up on tables. The kids do that with the big blocks. They line them up and make a big maze, and they're so amazed when they tip the first one over and it goes all the way through. That's science in action in the block center. So come on over here, and this is the dramatic play area. So many things happen over here. You know, research tells us that kiddos work out what's going on at home in the dramatic play area. So a lot of times I hear your stories from home in this area as the children pretend that they're mom or dad or brother or sister. I want you to know that I don't believe everything that comes from home, because I know that children embellish those facts up a little bit. But then you have to remember not to believe everything that comes from here either. But we try to incorporate real materials. This is glass. So a little bit of fake food there, but we also have loose parts here that children can pretend to use as food. I try to use as many real materials as I can in this area. We have babies, baby doll clothes. We also, in the light room in here, have costumes. I moved our costumes in here this year because they seem to be getting just shoved in baskets and in cabinets. So our costumes are actually hanging in here this year so that there's a specific place for them. We are standing in our storm shelter that will withstand an F5 tornado. So like right now it's thundering outside, no worries, this is a safe place for us. We also have the light table here. When the children come in next week, there will be a provocation here. You can see all of the letters. I will be encouraging the children, if they want, to find the letters in their name. There will be examples of their name there and their friends' names so that they can have a little fun with that. We exchange out the materials there. And over here is writing. You can see an old-fashioned abacus here. Places that the kiddos can write, make lists, write letters to their friends when it gets to be that time. Then we're going to walk over here to the Art Center. The easel. Art Center is actually upstairs. This is the easel. We do paint here. I probably won't introduce paint until the second or third day of school. We introduce our materials so that the children know how to use them appropriately because they have independent play here. And I just want to know that we have talked about where the paint belongs, where the paintbrushes go, what scissors cut, and all of those things. So this is an easel here. The paint will come down and the children will paint. I do have smocks that the children can use, but honestly, they don't use them a lot. So I just ask that you please make sure you send kids in clothes that you don't mind getting dirt or mud or paint on, because that happens here a lot. Randy was paying attention to the things we learn in the Art Center, and I'm going to hang these up before our actual open house. But here there are so many things, even science. Science was happening in the Block Center. Science happens over here too as children mix colors to make new colors. They use their creativity. I'm always amazed at the art that comes from this area. It's also, research has proven that it's wonderful for children to write vertically on a wall. So this gives them that ability to do that as well. We have our bathroom here that children do use independently. There's a light that comes on automatically when children walk in the room. We have a stool in there so that they can better reach the toilet and the sink to make it easier for them so that they do those things independently. If they need help, all they have to do is yell, "Debbie," and I'll come see what's up and what I can help them with. We wash our hands a lot. We have this nifty thing here that tool that helps bring the water out closer for the kiddos that are not quite tall yet. We use towels instead of paper towels so that the children's hands get a little bit more dry than they would with a paper towel, but also we're going through so much paper. I have thought this year that I might go back to paper towels, but we're going to start off at the beginning of the year and see how that happens. And then over here, don't look at the stairs. Are you showing them the stairs? The stairs I'm painting, and I've still got to touch up before Sunday. Over here is our self-portrait area. So every month we do a self-portrait. You can see I already have the children's names labeled on there and their pictures. And in the black spots will go the children's self-portraits that they have there. Coming up here, Mr. Randy.
Yeah.
So we're going to walk into the atelier or the art room. So in the art room are all things creative. There's loose parts in here that they can glue, they can count, they can stack whatever they want. There's our music area. We have all kinds of art supplies. We have glitter, we have yarn, paper, pipe cleaners, paint, colored markers, crayons, all of the things. All of our work is process art and not product art. So sometimes around the holidays I backslide a little bit and bring out those holiday crafts that I know that you guys are looking for. But for the most part, they come in here, they get blank sheets of paper, they sit down at the table, and they begin their work. You can see that I already have a few things out here. One thing that we're going to do tonight at Open House, before you leave this room, I'd like for you to help your child choose a person that is closest to their skin color, which is also science. Go through and match, help them find their skin color, and then you're going to take the paint markers. Do they have green eyes? Give them some eyes. Help them choose what color hair. I didn't put gray. Help them choose what color hair best suits them. I'll have some scrapbook paper out here for you to help them make some clothes. When you're finished creating the doll that matches your child, write their name on the back and we are, let's see, we can move them over to the other table once they're finished. And we're going to use those as our identity panels this year. But this is a wonderful room to be in. We also eat in here. This is where we have breakfast, lunch, and an afternoon snack. You can see up here another thing that actually we won't be able to put the identity panels here. I'll figure out a place for us to put those when you're finished with them, maybe the other end of the table. But over here will be cards, and on those cards, I want you to write what your wish for your child is this year. You know, your wish for your child might be that they become more independent. Your wish for your child might be that they become more outgoing and not as shy, more confident, make friends. Whatever your wish for your child is this year, during this year of preschool, you're going to write it down on that piece of paper. Write your name on it, your child's name on it, and leave it here for me. And we will hang it on here. And then periodically through the year, I look back at those cards to see what's important to you, so that I know different ways I can help strengthen those skills, those traits in your child, so that at the end of the year we go, wow, we did it. We all did it together. We worked. So that is it. This is our room. We also have, and we're not going to go in there right now, but across the hall is the TV room. Once in a while, we might do Go Noodle if it's storming outside like it is now. On further in the house is the kitchen. The kids might go in there to cook. There's a bathroom in there, but that bathroom is not really one that the children use. They only use the one downstairs. But for tonight, once you finish your identity panel with your child and you've written your wishes for your child for the year, you are going to go into our kitchen and there's going to be some snacks in there for you. Please grab those snacks, have a seat, eat, take them outside, look at the playground, visit with the other parents. Make sure before you leave that you pick up your child's goodie box and their Ready confetti, and there's instructions with that. And go home, get a good night's sleep, and I will see you back here tomorrow morning, Monday morning at 7:45, lined up in the alley. I will come out to your car one by one, greet your child, and tell you good morning, and bring your child in to have a wonderful first day of preschool at Bright Beginnings. Thank you, guys.